welcome back to Hope Beyond the Broken. We are so happy to have you guys back another week, another episode. And I just wanted to come by to thank you guys for all the support, but also to remind you that if you missed last episode, it was amazing. It was really, really good. We had so much fun recording it for you guys. It is Sister Talk Hot Topic. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. So I wanted to leave you guys now with our next episode, Breaking Free. I'm sure it's going to be a blessing to you guys. I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and not only that, but share it. Share it with your family, with your friends, with your siblings. I know that it is also going to be a great blessing to them. We love you guys, and we thank you so much for all the support. We'll see you guys soon.
And gives us the patience.
And gives us the patience.
And the wisdom.
Yes,
to go
to
through
do it every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So another thing, girl. So what's making you happy now?
Me?
Yes. Now at this stage.
At this stage in life, I think, wisdom. In regards to the people that don't know, I just turned 44. I'm 44. I've always been mature beyond my age. Like, I've been very mature for the most part. But when you turn 40, for some reason, it's just different. It just, a lot of things click.
Yeah.
A lot of, obviously, a lot of things that you go through, just make you wiser to not do the same mistakes. And so at the end of the day, 40s, I'm enjoying my 40s. I don't feel like I am. I feel like I'm still in my late 20s, early 30s. But I'm just in a good space. I would say in a good, God always provides and God always blesses me. So I don't have anything. I think I have a great life.
Yeah.
To be honest, there's always little things that can enhance it.
Yeah.
But I would say I am at peace in my heart, where I'm at spiritually, with my child, with my family, with my friends. Mm-hmm. It's very important to also, be a good person. Be a good person. Be a kind person. Be a compassionate person. Empathy, it's empathy. Nowadays, the world is very much needed of that. So I would say I don't have drama in my life, to be honest. So I live a very peaceful life, busy and peaceful. Yeah. So I live a great life. Thank God for that. There's a lot of things that I want, things that I have to work hard for that I want. But at the end of the day, for me, material thing has never been the go-to of happiness for me ever. Yes, everybody wants beautiful, great things, but when it comes to material things. But for me, right now, where I'm at and where I want to be is in this place of peace and growth. Yeah. Growth as well. So and what makes me happy is being around my family. Yeah. Family, great friends, great companionship. Yeah. That's what makes me happy, and just knowing that I'm doing the right thing. Yeah. Absolutely. To be honest, to wake up every morning and say, something, I did great yesterday. I didn't sin. I didn't. Well, at least I didn't sin all the things that maybe I could have said. But it's just knowing that you're growing and you're learning. Yes. You're growing and learning. That makes me happy. I'm a very simple girl, even though maybe some other people, maybe people that don't know me might, by seeing me in a picture or something, might think may be different. But I am a very simple, chill, loyal, honest person. Yeah. I try to be.
Yeah. You try to keep your life simple.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And helping others, that's my passion. Yeah. Helping others, being something that, like an instrument in their life, just sometimes I want to say certain words that come in that I want to say it in Spanish, but
you can say it in Spanish. And if you say it in Spanish, I'll try to translate it in English.
You know me. So yeah, I just want to be an instrument. I just want to be something good to someone. Be an instrument and be, just share the hope and the love. I love to transfer that to other people. You don't have to live in judgment. You don't have to live in bondage of what you did in the past. We've all sinned. Yes. We've sinned. Yes. We've all sinned. We've all done wild things, crazy things. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, we have a God that loves us, and that, it doesn't matter what we did or what we have done. Mm-hmm. God doesn't see us any different. Mm-hmm. And I think he loves us even more. Yes. Because we've been able to say, something, I realized that I was there, that I'm there. But at the end of the day, tomorrow's a new day, and I will strive to be better, and I'm going to strive to look forward to what God wants for me.
and just to invite them into
Yeah.
whatever that situation looks like.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yes. What makes you happy?
Let's see what makes me happy.
Hi, Damaris.
I think what makes me happy is this. There's a few things that make me happy, but the first thing that makes me happy is that I am authentically myself.
Yes.
I
love that for you.
I'm authentically myself everywhere.
Everywhere.
I don't have to change up where I go.
Yeah.
But the reason why I can be authentically myself is because I'm at peace with myself. I forgave myself. I forgave others. I don't have a chip on my shoulders. I don't feel like I have to come at you first. Like, you know, I don't carry none of those pretenses when I'm around people. Now I can authentically be me. Smile, laugh. I talk about God. It's going to come up in conversation because he's been too good to me.
Yes.
And because I'm authentically myself, I am very grateful. I live a very grateful life because every day that comes up is another day that God has given me another opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To do better, to grow, to be of excellence, right? And so in that process, was the process hard? There was some parts of it that was hard, but some that weren't, because the minute I got healed in one thing, it made it easier for the next thing to come for me to get healed, right? But I'm in a place where I love myself. I am in a place where I love my sisters, and our bond has grown exponentially.
Very big.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut you off, but when you said I love myself,
Yes.
it's so important.
Yes.
So important. I
Yeah.
think that us as humans, we live a fast-paced life. You know, we want to do for everybody, and I've learned that with time as a woman, is like, you know something, you have to love yourself first.
Absolutely.
So then you can love your children and love everyone else. And sometimes we lose sight of that. We lose sight of that. So that's very important. And for everybody out there, that is very important. Love yourself first. It doesn't matter imperfections and all, because we all have them.
Yes.
But love yourself first it's a game changer.
It is
a game changer.
Total game changer. But that was one of the things that happened when I came. No, that's one of the things that happened when I came back to Orlando.
Yeah.
I was able to be in a safe place where
We've had talks about that.
where I was able to love and forgive myself.
Forgive yourself.
So,
definitely another big one.
Yeah.
That one's big.
To forgive yourself and to love yourself is a game changer.
Yeah.
It will change your perspective on everything. Because you are a better person, you attract better people in your life. People are able to see you where you're at. I'm loving the fact that I'm loving on myself, that I am finally stopped being scared about a lot of things. And it's crazy because I'm about to turn 50, and back in September, I had like a mental crisis, like, oh my God, I'm going to be 50. But my mom passed away at 50. So that's the first thing that came to my mind. My mom wasn't able to finish what she needed to finish. And then I was like, oh my God, am I like my health and stuff? And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take some precautions to take care of myself. And I did those, and I'm doing those. But then I had a lot of fears about a lot of other things as well. But this year I said, I'm not going to do that. I know who I am. I know what I have to give. And since September, I've had some life-changing situations happen. And I said, you know what? Where this looks very grim over here, I'm going to do everything God told me. So we went from God been speaking to do certain things for years. And all of a sudden, I decided this is the year I'm going to do everything on top of everything. So I have like 4 or 5 different projects that I'm simultaneously working on. And it brings me so much joy to do it. It drives me crazy because I need an assistant. Mine's in Georgia. My daughter's in Georgia. But no, it's like I have all this vision. All of a sudden, because I said yes to this, God's just started giving me like downloads and downloads of different visions. And every time I talk about something, I get another idea and I get another idea. And I'm like, and I can implement this. So I'm very happy where I'm at because I don't have the outside noise of myself in my mind battling anymore. There's other things. The other thing that makes me happy are my kids. My kids, they're amazing people. They're amazing people. And seeing their lives transform from things that they've been through and their reliance on the Lord is so massive. So massive. And just seeing how they're navigating life, and I'm like, you guys have more wisdom than I had. And I started at 20 with you guys, you know what I'm saying, with having kids. And I'm like, you have more wisdom than I do. And so having that relationship with my kids and seeing the relationship with the Lord change, having my relationship with you girls, massive, because not only has our relationship given me healing, but when we talk to other people about our relationship, people get shocked because they're like, I don't know what that looks like.
Right.
But in the future, we'll have more conversations about our relationship as sisters, but has brought healing to other people. You know what I'm saying? And and being able to do that. So I think I'm in a great place just because I'm tackling so many things, and I like to, like I said, I'm a visionary, so I'm like, my brain is constantly going, and I'm always writing something down because there's so much I want to do, and I'm like, okay, God, I have all these avenues that I should take, and it's almost like I go through this rabbit hole, and I'm like, oh, I have books and books and books, like this is what needs to happen, but I get so much joy, and I discovered that I'm a creative. I didn't know I was a creative. I didn't know that I was that. And now that I know that I'm a creative, my brain is like, it's like open to the world. It's like, do this, do that. And I'm like, and I go back to being 50. Now I'm like, this is not the end. This is not when you stop. This is when, I just have this thing for life. I just want to live. Yeah. Because I'm free. Yeah. And I'm not stressed. Yeah. And even though outside things are stressful, I'm not stressed. Even though other things give us moment of pause, I'm good. And because I'm good. Exactly. And I'm progressing every day, and I see that my relationship with the Lord is progressing. My relationship with you guys is progressing. My relationship with my other friends, and how all of a sudden I'm gravitating all of these people into my life, and I'm like, okay, Lord, I am where I need to be. So that I am just in a really great place right now.
And that's awesome. And you know something I was thinking about, sometimes as human beings, we live a kind of like that type of life that, okay, everything's good, we don't have too much drama. Like for me, for example, I feel like I'm always in a pretty much normal kind of vibe for the most part when it comes to everything that happens around and the people I associate and everything that's happening around my life. But it's okay to sometimes not feel okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's okay because even though we have God and we have our family, it's okay to sometimes cry and just don't know why I'm crying.
I was just crying last Sunday. I was getting my hair done and I was crying the whole time. My face was red. I was like crying.
And sometimes you have to let those things out. It's okay. Like I tell sometimes my friends and people that come to me, it's like, it's okay to feel broken. It's okay to feel like you can't with the weight anymore. Yeah. Even if you are a minister, even if you are in front of a congregation, it doesn't matter what position you're in, it's okay to feel those emotions because it only makes you more of a human, more better to accept that, you know something, today I'll cry for a few hours today, or I'll scream for a few hours today, or sometimes you can feel confused, and that's okay. It's valid to feel emotions. Absolutely. And it does not matter where you are and who you are.
Yeah, and that doesn't negate that
there's a God. Does not, exactly.
And that you have faith and that you're a believer.
It doesn't make any, it doesn't change any of that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you give your space to feel that emotion. And then what's important is this part, is to get out of that moment. Yeah. You already cried, you already yelled, you already said whatever you said you were going to say, argued, whatever it is. If it's a marital thing or a kid thing, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's okay to go through that and then just get yourself out of it again. Yeah. And how you get yourself out of it is by praying, by just saying, Lord, I come with a sincere heart. I don't have words to say.
Community.
But you know something? Yeah. I'm here with my heart open to receive and for you to forgive me, for me to continue on moving through this journey of life. You know, it's okay to feel that, and it's important to feel that.
And community. You know? You're not the first or the last person. My mama used to always say, you're not the first or the last that went through it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you are with somebody with like-minded, they're able to speak because they came on the other side. And so they're like, I know it's tough right now, but on the other side is this. Yes. When my kids were younger, because they were all like 3 years apart, 2 to 3 years apart, crazy things would happen. I was like, okay, you have about 10 minutes to cry, and then you got 50 minutes to figure it out. My second son lives by that. He's like, I will be upset, but I don't got time to be upset for too long. I got places to go, things to do, you know, and they translate it in different things, right? But we say that not to be dismissive, but yes, you gotta give yourself to acknowledge where you're at that point. And then you gotta be like, okay, how can I improve? Is it the people that I need to be around with? Do I have to stop being around certain people? Do I need to feel this? Do I need therapy?
Therapy is very good.
Yes.
You took therapy.
Yes,
you got therapy.
I love my therapist. My therapist and I became friends afterwards.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she had to pray about it first. She's like, I told her, I said, I think we need to be friends after this. And she's like, Damaris, I got to pray on that. I was like, okay. And she never approved. And months later, she's like, okay, we can be friends, but I can no longer be your therapist. I was like, okay, I will take it, you know, but you have to understand.
And your kids. Therapy for kids is good too. My son takes therapy too.
Yes.
And he asked for it. He was like, sometimes the therapist is like, you sound like a very well-rounded boy. Like in other words, what does he need therapy for? But he says, I like to talk sometimes to say, and I think that's a great thing.
Yes.
Listen to your children. Yes. Listen to your children. And
the kids won't tell you everything.
They don't.
Yes.
They don't. And it's a great thing that he likes. He wants it, you know, and we went now once a month because at the end of the day, I'm like, we're doing every week, honey. What are we talking about? But at the end of the day, it's good to have your children. If they ask for it, give it to them. It's a great thing. And I think I need some too. I think I need to.
I think everybody. I think people get so theological about it. They're like, if it's not the Bible, we can't. But God gave these gifts to these people. God has given them wisdom and gifts for them to be able to listen to you and walk you through stuff and give you tools.
Right.
Faith was 17, I think, when she said, Ma, I need therapy. And I said, what do you need therapy for? I'm here. You can talk to me about anything. And she's like, I need therapy. And I'm like, I don't understand this. I was very offended. I was like, I don't understand this. But you know what? She went through therapy. She wasn't in it for very long. Because at that point, she was also had gotten just a new relationship with the Lord, and she was praying and stuff like that. So she was doing her own, you know, healing stuff. And I guess in prayer and stuff, God just started revealing stuff to her while therapy. And one day she came, she's like, therapy is ending. And I said, why? She's like, it's not because I don't need it, but because she's a warlock. She's like, she's into like demon and stuff like that. And I said, why? She's like, I was in a therapy session with her, and I was looking at her, and all of a sudden I got that impression, this is not where I need to be.
Yeah.
And I came back and I said, okay, God, this is not, if I need therapy again, you're gonna guide me. But I got what I needed at that moment for that. And sometimes this can be periodic that you need for this. Like when I started dating again, I was like, what is going on? Like there was things that were like triggering me a little bit, and I was like, why am I feeling? I've never felt this feeling before. What does that mean? I've been healed. What is going on? You know? And I was like, what is going on? And I was talking to somebody for a little while, and him and I was talking, and all of a sudden I got like this thing of like abandonment. And I was like, I've never felt abandoned ever in my entire life. All of a sudden I have like this fear of abandonment. And I went and I spoke to my therapist, and she's like, well, these things, and she walked me through it. And I was like, oh. But apparently, you know, you need someone sometimes that has that education or has that background that can walk you through and just give you some pointers and some steps and some things that you can use, you know, to do things in life. You know, sometimes you need that immediate response of somebody saying, okay, these are the tools you need to process that, or this is what you need to do. Sometimes we need to see that and hear that, and then you can move on and do the next thing you need to do. In therapy and the Bible. Therapy and praying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that we can use both.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I agree.
All right.
Yeah.
Any other questions, my darling?
Not really.
It's been great, guys. It's been a really, 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 really great thing. Let me tell you something. This pod has been an answered prayer for some. And for us, it's been something that we are doing daily in faith. Sarah's very busy, and I have my own things going but we want to be faithful to what God has for us. So we are so grateful and so happy that you guys have been tuning in, and checking out our shorts, and we're trying not to be too long on these, but just give you some nuggets that are going to be able to give you some hope and some encouragement in your daily life. Just so definitely share it with some people. I'm loving the feedback that we're getting.
We're getting very good feedback.
I am connecting with people that I was their supervisor 6-7 years ago. I'm getting random calls from people like, Miss D, what are you doing? Like, oh my God. And I'm like, what's your name again? Yeah. And they tell me their name, and I'm like, oh, hi. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I remember when Miss D used to just pray with me, and I was able to walk through this marriage, or I was able and we're getting all of this feedback, and it's like you at that moment are talking to somebody and telling them about your story or your faith or whatever, and at that moment that person is probably still going to make the wrong decision, probably still doesn't look like anything that you have said has affected them, but they go about, and then later on they think, I remember the time that Ms. D told me to pray. And I don't know what to do, but here I am. And then they have their own testimony, the way their life has changed and stuff. And you don't have to stay connected with everybody all the time. Sometimes we're with people for just a season, or for a reason, right? And so I am so grateful for the people that have poured into us. So many people that we look at and pray with and seek advice from and everything, and they've been extremely supportive of us throughout this.
And people who are saying, people that have been writing us and stuff, saying how much this has been impacting their life. And not only that, but they're sharing it with their family and friends. That's the thing. When I prayed for my birthday, I was like, Lord, just let people see these videos and let them be touched by you. That's all I ask for. So definitely to see the feedback of everybody, and how beautiful you guys have taken us. Even the people that are new, that we don't know. Some people, people from YouTube that are following us. You guys are part of us now, and we are excited to share everything that we have coming, and a lot of things. We're going to be bringing things from health, from beauty, from women, from different things, just different topics, okay? So we're going to have a lot of that coming, and we're just going to keep improving. And we want to hear from you guys. Write us in the comments, write us, DM us. If you need prayer, if you need, maybe a word of encouragement, of, if you're going through something, you need a word, we can pray with you. We can, I said something about putting like a petition box, which is amazing. And just hit us up, and we're here. We're here to serve you, and we're here, and we're so happy for the love and the support that we're receiving.
And we have a couple of things coming up. Hopefully soon, you guys are gonna get to meet our other two sisters. And so we're excited. That is going to be great, because I think we're doing that as a live, because we want it on the spot, us talking about our friendship, our sisterhood, just everything in between, what forgiveness looks like, right? In sisterhood and family, in friends and stuff.
Get there a little bit of feedback from them.
Get there, because those girls are powerful all on their own. And so we're so grateful that they're going to take that plunge and at least come and visit with us. At some points, we're going to have some other family members, because we've all dealt with different things. Lost,
everybody,
children, just all kinds of stuff. And so we just want to be as helpful and encouraging as we can.
And ideas. If you guys have an idea,
what topic you want us to talk about?
Yes, give us ideas, questions. If you want us to do a Q&A, but we would like to know what you guys want to know about us.
About us, or something you want to talk about.
Exactly, that you want to share. Any ideas are more than welcome.
We were thinking, somebody asked us to do a live with different people coming on and asking questions and stuff. So we may do
maybe once a month. We can do like a live with people and just interact with you guys. And we're very, very blessed that you guys are with us in this journey.
We are so grateful and so happy that you guys join us. And just a little bit about us. We told you a little bit about our parents in our last episode. We wanted to tell you a little bit about us and what we're doing. There's so many exciting things coming up, and things that God has put in our hearts. But we just pray that you guys Continue to support us. Definitely continue to follow us on our platforms, Instagram and Facebook. Share our clips. Always look at the description, because at the bottom of the description, sometimes there's news of things that are coming up. And so we always want you to be connected with us. Also share our videos with any YouTubers or anybody that has YouTube. Send them the clip and subscribe with us, and also like and notify. These things, I still don't
like, comment, and subscribe.
I'm
getting it down pat.
She got it. She got it. I'm telling you.
I'm almost there.
Yes, she's almost there. I'll just keep doing the best.
And remember that just how you guys are being blessed, we're being blessed.
Yes.
You guys are being blessed, and you guys are going to be blessed when you're sharing these videos, okay? Yes. God is a little, como granito de arena, which is a mustard seed.
A mustard seed.
It's just a little mustard seed. Wherever you can plant it, and then God will take care of the rest. And that's just like I say, a domino effect.
It is.
So at the end of the day, you're doing your what you need to do,
yes.
and you're gonna receive your own blessing.
Yeah. Live your life intentional every day.
Yeah.
Make a decision that you want to live a life of intention. You know, and you want to bring life to other people, because we receive that back. You know, there's a thing about, you know, if that's what you're sowing, that's what you're gonna reap. If you're sowing blessings and love and kindness and all of these things, God is going to bring that back to you.
Exactly.
So we encourage you to see us through this journey. And so far, so good. We love it. There's something about being obedient, yo. I ain't that stressed. Because, let me tell you something. Because I'm obedient, I be like, okay, so I guess this is supposed to happen because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I guess you're going to see me, Lord Jesus. So just be obedient. And just listen to God and listen to yourself and take care of yourself.
Speak positive words
on
yourself.
Yes, speak
definitely life into yourself. That's what I meant. Yes.
Speak life.
Speak life. Start a new week, and it's all taken care of.
And enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
You're an amazing person.
Yes.
Enjoy yourself.
And you're loved.
Yes, you're loved and you're cared for.
Yes.
So guys, until next time, we love you. Come check us out on our next episodes.
Yes.
Until then,
we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.